Crown Point is the definite rock star of our real estate markets right now. Hey guys, Erica Galinas here with our weekly market update. This week we're talking about Crown Point Center Township, and they are really doing well compared to the other towns we've been talking about. So let's look at our January sales in Crown Point. Again, all kinds of houses. 43 units sold in January for a total value of about $13.9 million. That gives us an average market price of $332,000. Average days on market, 35 days, which is a nice strong number. Sales to list price, so it was listed for versus what it actually sold for, 97%, which is kind of on the high end for a regular kind of market. You know, certainly not the hundreds we've been saying, but 97% is actually still a really strong number. Let's compare that. We'll go back and look at December 2020. In December 2020, we sold 38 units of real estate for a total of about $13.3 million. That gave us an average sales price of $351,000. Average days on market in December, 38 days. Average sales to list price, 98%. So actually these are kind of almost exactly the same numbers. The average is off by about $19,000. You know, we sold about the same amount in terms of gross volume. You know, days on market are about the same. Sales to list price are about the same. It's actually a good, strong average number in this market. Like I said, we haven't been seeing that in Dyer, Schererville, you know, different places. We'll talk about that soon. But I mean, Crown Point looks like it's just real smooth. I didn't actually take out the new construction that's sold in these 2 months because the new construction isn't sitting on the market the way it is in other towns. So, you know, whether that's a matter of the way the builders are listing things or that new construction is in demand in Crown Point, you know, it's hard to tell. We'll see in the future if it's, you know, the spring market makes all the new construction pop or if Crown Point is just awesome at it. So in terms of active listings, so everything that's currently on the market in Crown Point Center Township with that nice big footprint, we have 66 active listings. Of those active listings, new construction, 33, existing homes, 33. Exactly 50-50 in terms of what's available in Crown Point right now. The average sales price for these listings is $402,000. Average days on market is 77 days. So that is certainly comparable to what we've seen in terms of days on market in other markets. 77 seems high, but it also seems average in our area right now. So I wouldn't ring any alarm bells or anything like that, particularly considering how much we're selling in Crown Point right now. Pending listings, we have 58 pending listings. So these are ones that have been listed, they have a buyer, they haven't closed yet. So 58 pending listings. Average price on those is $347,000, which is kind of right in line. You know, $351 in December, $332 in January, you know, $402 on the listings. It's on the high side, but again, we'll see, you know, if they sell, we'll see what they sell at. Average days on market for pendings is 46 days, which is, you know, maybe a touch on the high side based on the other towns that we've seen because the lower priced homes are getting snapped up real quick. But 46 days is certainly not any kind of bad number or anything like that. 14 new constructions in those pendings. Again, a lot of condos and townhouses, and they have not really been sitting on the market the way other new construction does. 36 single family homes and those 23 condos and townhouses. Like I said, the majority of those are new construction. So here's the headline in Crown Point. The market is doing awesome. The numbers compared to the other towns around Crown Point aren't as good. Certainly they're not bad. We're not in a crash, but Crown Point is really smoking right now. So in terms of what was sold in January, and we've been going over the week kind of looking at this, they've been real low in other places like Schererville. Again, big footprint, lots of different kinds of condos, lots of different kinds of single family homes, new, old, the whole thing. In Schererville, in January, only 15 homes were sold. In Munster, 12 houses were sold in all of January. Dyer, again, big footprint, lots of different kinds of houses. 12 houses closed in Dyer in January versus 43 in Crown Point. You always see markets slow down in the wintertime. You know, everybody's tired, the weather's bad, the whole thing. But Crown Point doesn't seem to be as susceptible to it. And this is just Center Township too. This doesn't include the Winfield area. This doesn't include like the St. John townships on the far west end of Crown Point. This is Center Township, Crown Point. It is interesting. Crown Point obviously is a great town. You know, the super awesome square downtown, restaurants, you know, they've been updating their walkability and stuff like that. Crown Point is also located, you know, it's kind of an awesome town, but you're still 10 minutes away from a Target, or you're still 10 minutes away from, you know, whatever chain restaurant or whatever it is that you want to have. Crown Point has the location nailed down. Crown Point, the town is doing a good job keeping a handle on, I guess, preventing it from becoming kind of a, strip mall land, which, some places don't do as well. They're mainly restaurants, gyms, those kinds of things are all out on Broadway, which is away from, the center of the town. They have the square, which is beautiful. They still have everything you need. And, the buyers are buying there. It is worth it to them, even at higher interest rates. Even when inventory is down and it's driving prices up, buyers are still buying in Crown Point, which is wonderful, wonderful news for Crown Point sellers. I'm pretty sure that, we're headed into the spring market. I have no crystal ball, but my indication is that, the spring market's going to hit pretty well again. There's going to be less buyers. There's probably going to be more sellers, which means that even with those interest rate changes, we will have more inventory. So the prices are probably honestly going to stay about the same, particularly based on these numbers. The other really awesome thing about these numbers is that it looks like existing homes are keeping pace with new construction. We have a lot of towns around here where new construction is selling, and it's selling high. So these existing homes that are like, all right, St. John, as an example, prices are up. So they list their homes at these higher prices, and they're just not as valuable as new construction. So the more new construction goes up, sometimes the lower those existing home prices go down. So it looks like we're avoiding this in Crown Point as well, which is super awesome. We will continue to keep an eye on these numbers. Obviously, I do these market updates once a week. Next week, coincidentally, we're going to be talking about St. John. So we'll be able to see, new construction. Is it slowing down? Is it coming down in terms of price? Are existing homes getting listed? What's the inventory like? Kind of interesting to do a comparison between the St. John and Crown Point numbers to see if that's a market-wide phenomena or if Crown Point just happens to be the most awesome place in town right now. If you currently have any thoughts or opinions about the Crown Point real estate market, I would love to hear them. Certainly, buyers may have issues with the fact that Crown Point's awesome, but there's really no kind of middle ground properties for them to move into. Sellers, what do you guys think about the fact that it's such a rock star town? Crown Point's great. Everybody loves it. Is it something that you're not going to want to leave and our inventory is going to go back down and raise our prices? Comment down below or contact me. I'd love to talk to you guys about that. If you do just have regular questions for a real estate agent, please call or text me anytime, 219-765-2062. Not just about Crown Point. I work all over the Northwest Indiana area, and I'm certainly always happy to help. If it's easier, you're more comfortable, you can always send me an email at hsbyerica@gmail.com. That stands for Home Sales by Erica, which just happens to be my website, homesalesbyerica.com. Please stop by there. Not only do I have buyer's guides and seller's guides, you can do a home search, we can talk about a home valuation, and you can contact me directly through the website and we can do a little chat. If you're new to this channel, please like this video. Certainly if you know somebody who's involved in the real estate market in Crown Point or really in Northwest Indiana, certainly share this with them so they can get an idea what's going on. You can also please subscribe to this channel. I do market updates every week on Tuesdays. Like I said, next week we're going to talk about St. John. And on Thursday, I do buyer and seller tip videos. So there's some information there, whichever side you're on, whether you're a buyer looking at a home inspection, maybe a seller thinking about staging, I post those as well. So if you subscribe and you ring that bell, then you'll get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you on Thursday.